If you've ever had, and I'm sure you have, the unpleasant experience of having to renew your driver's license or go to the post office, you learn the meaning of a line as long as the gullus itself. And that's what happens in our parsha. Yisro, the father-in-law of Moshe Rabbeinu, sees how the Israelites line up around the mountain just for a moment to speak with Moshe. And doesn't everybody love to get advice from their in-laws? And here Yisro comes to Moshe and he says, I got a better idea. Now Moshe Rabbeinu might say, I'm Moshe, I speak with God, I confronted Paro, I took the Israelites out of Egypt, I know a thing or two about what I'm doing. And Yisro says, what you're doing is wrong. It's not good for you, it's not good for the people, they're going to get worn out, their patience will wear thin. What are you doing? And in the middle, Moshe Rabbeinu explains what he's doing. He says, the people come to me to seek Hashem. Quite curious. He doesn't say they come to me for answers. Answers you get from Google. You want to know what to do if you put chicken soup in the cereal bowl? There's plenty of people who can tell you that. The people waited online so that they could interface with Moshe Rabbeinu. That's what they were looking for. The spiritual experience of being in the presence of the tzaddik. To look at him, to see his face, to have that moment of interaction. Why then is Yisro diminishing it? Why then is Yisro recommending and Hashem agreeing to implement the tier system of judges? Because Yisro says you can do something far greater, Moshe. Not only can you be the source of divine inspiration, you can empower so many others so that they will become the source of inspiration for others. As Rabbi Jonathan Sachs of blessed memory said about the Rebbe, he wasn't out to create followers. He was out to create leaders. Moshe, share with the leadership. Create another series of people who can convey this spiritual message to the Jewish people. And Jewish people know and be aware that when you are asking the specific question about that cereal bowl, you're not just looking to know whether you can keep it or throw it out. You're looking to connect with Hashem. And the opportunity to be in the presence of the tzaddik, the opportunity to see his face and have him see yours, is one that is completely transformative. Yisro, the outsider, who had explored every other form of seeking of spiritual inspiration, who had served every other mode of pursuit of the divine, suddenly recognizes something that perhaps those of us who are too close to it often miss. Moshe Rabbeinu is not simply a conveyor of data. He is the interface, the mechanism through which we become uplifted. We discover ourselves. A man once commented that when he went to see the Rebbe, he thought he was going to see a great man. What he realized was he was going to discover himself. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu allows for each of us, and that's what we need to do for ourselves and for others, especially for our families. When we can discover ourselves, when we can empower the other to find his spiritual being, we have given him far more than the simple data of what to do with this suspect cereal bowl. Let us seek ourselves. Let us empower others to find themselves. And in this manner, we will together discover God and make the world aware of its godliness until the ultimate moment when godliness fills the world like the oceans cover the seabed with the coming of Mashiach now. Good Shabbos.